episode of The Proud Voice. Before we start, we'd just like to throw out a couple disclaimers for any of our viewers. The point of this show, we're going to be talking about the latest LGBTIQ plus news, and we just want to let you know about that, so if you don't like it, well, you may have to go somewhere else.
Another thing that we'll be covering in this show is we really want to bring people in with the show. We want to create a sense of community and family with this sort of show. We want everyone to feel connected and included. So,
yeah, we'd also like to keep people in touch with the community through uplifting stories about LGBTIQ, because most of the time when you turn on the news, it's pretty bad.
we're trying to keep it happy
And up to date.
and up to date.
And up to date. So let's start with talking about the Schools Out program here that's offered in Windsor, Ontario. So it's a program that focuses on the safety and security and well-being of all youth, but especially for those that are a member of the LGBTIQ community. It's also a safe place and a safe space for people to go where you come here, you can socialize and talk and do what most teenagers do without any judgment or ridicule whatsoever.
We're here for education also. So we're here not only to support the LGBTIQ community, but we're also here to educate any of those who wish to know. So families of said individuals who are coming here for help, and anyone else who may not know, I suppose, if that's about right.
You know, diversity training and so on.
Yeah.
For everyone.
What about you, Corey? Anything? You good? All right,
Yeah,
we're good.
So to start us off today, our first news segment, is gay issues, and Justin will be speaking to us a little bit more about that.
So today's first gay issue is an article I found online about a Mississippi newspaper is banning gay wedding announcements. It's already been a couple weeks after the Supreme Court's ruling to legalize gay marriage, but there's still quite a bit of resistance and protest against the actual issue. Someone from the actual hospitality state was the one who resigned his position due to the ruling, and on top of that, it was 2 elected judges that decided they were no longer going to officiate same-sex weddings. They were refusing it, and I can't believe that they would be so ignorant and actually go against the law when it was their job to uphold it.
And the fact that, you know, these people, as you said, who said they'd uphold the law and keep the law, are now breaking the law by not doing it. I mean, if they're breaking the law, they should be willing to suffer the consequences that they put on others as well.
Oh yeah, what I don't understand is why the newspaper is trying to ban same-sex marriage announcements altogether, because regardless of what they do think, they're still happening. Same-sex marriages are still happening.
Yeah, regardless of whether or not it's put in the biggest update of the weekend from the newspaper, right? Like, next up, we have Corey talking about some pride news that has happened.
America's Executive Committee for Boy Scouts has unanimously voted against the end for gay adults. According to the Scouts for Equality, the change will allow each troop to determine the eligibility of adults who are openly gay or bisexual, and it prohibit discrimination against their employees or volunteers' sexual orientation. If the policy is approved by the National Executive Board, then the policy will be put into effect immediately. I think this is a big step forward for LGBTIQ youth, especially young boys who feel as if they are different, like gay or bisexual, and they didn't feel as if they had a place within the Boy Scouts community. So I think hearing this would help them a lot.
Yeah, and it's, you know, the fact that now that it's publicly known that there aren't these bans anymore is, as you said, it's very beneficial, and now that could potentially save young lives. If they were gay male and they felt that they weren't welcomed because of that, now that gives them a chance to say, you know what, I can do something. I can help my community in a positive way. So that is really good what they are doing.
See, because I know personally, I didn't hear much about the actual Boy Scouts and their situation up until a couple years ago when I realized, oh my gosh, they actually have a ban on that? We're in the 21st century, what? And the issue totally fell off the table for me for a long time, but now that this has been brought back up, I'm so happy that they actually made the change. I can't,
Our final segment of the day is what we've decided to call the happy moment, which is all the good news in the LGBTIQ plus community. Recently, Munich has had their Pride Fest, and Munich decided it was a good idea to put up same-sex couple-themed traffic lights. fact that the city took $70,000 out of their budget that they didn't have to put towards this to show the LGBTIQ plus community that, you know what, we are supporting you. We are happy for you. We want you to be happy. I find that to be amazing.
I think that's an adorable little detail. I'd actually love it if our town actually had those all over the city. That'd be amazing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's such a small gesture to show support too, because if someone who was gay looked up at the traffic light and saw same-sex themed traffic lights, it'd just be like, oh, that's really nice to see.
Yeah, something
Heck,
small and cute.
Yeah, I
Right?
think if anyone looked up and saw it, that'd be absolutely adorable.
Yeah.
That'd cheer my day up.
We want to thank you for watching the first episode of The Proud Voice.
So if you guys like our channel so far, you can subscribe. We'll put a link around somewhere on the screen. Also, we have a Facebook page, a Twitter page, and an Instagram account. So if you want to follow us, we'll leave links for that as well. We'd really appreciate it if you commented below and let us know of any suggestions you have and leave your opinion on anything that we talked about today. That would be great.
And don't forget to have a gay day.
Have a good one.